Science and tradition. Amazing Indian traditions and scientific reasons behind them. Reasons behind throwing coins into river. Copper is a vital metal very useful to the human body. Throwing coins in the river was one way our forefathers ensured we intake sufficient copper as part of the water as rivers were the only source of drinking water. Making it a custom ensured that all of us follow the practice. Namaste. Reasons behind Hindu tradition. Joining both palms together to greet. In Hindu culture, people greet each other by joining their palms, termed as namaskar. The general reason behind the tradition is that greeting by joining both the palms means respect. However, scientifically speaking, joining both hands ensures joining the tips of all the fingers together, which are denoted to the pressure points of eyes, ears, and mind. Pressing them together is said to active the pressure points, which helps us remember that person for a long time. And no jumps since we don't make any physical contact. Why do Indian women wear toe rings? Wearing toe rings is not just the significance of married women, but there is science behind it. Normally, toe rings are worn on the second toe. A particular nerve from the second toe connects the uterus and passes to heart. Wearing toe ring on this finger strengthens the uterus. It will keep it healthy and regulating the blood flow to it, and menstrual cycle will be regularized. As silver is a good conductor, it also absorbs polar energies from the earth and passes it to the body. Applying tilak on the forehead. On the forehead, between the two eyebrows, is a spot that is considered as a major nerve point in human body since ancient times. The tilak is believed to prevent the loss of energy. The red kumkum between the eyebrows is said to retain energy in the human body and control the various levels of concerned traction. While applying kumkum, the points on the mid-brow region and Adhyan chakra are automatically pressed. This also facilitates the blood supply to the face muscle. Temples have bells. People who are visiting the temple should and will ring the bell before entering the inner garbhagriha or womb chamber where the main idol is placed. According to Agma Shastra, the bell is used to give sound for keeping evil forces away, and the ring of the bell is pleasant to God. However, the scientific reason behind bells is that their ring clears our mind and helps us stay sharp and keep our full concentration on devotional purpose. These bells are made in such a way that when they produce a sound, it creates a unity in the left and right parts of our brains. The moment we ring the bell, it produces a sharp and enduring sound which lasts for minimum of 7 seconds in echo mode. The duration of echo is good enough to active all the 7 healing centers in our body. This results is emptying our brain from all negative thoughts. Now, rats, our living style has drastically changed if we compare it to the society hundreds and thousands of years ago. The traditions which we follow in present are not establishments of today but of the past. Ever thought, why do we have Navratris twice a year unlike other festivals like Deepavali or Holi. Well, both these months are the months of changing seasons, and the eating habits of both the seasons are quite different from each other. Navrats give enough time to the body to adjust and prepare itself for to the changing season. These 9 days were marked as a period when people would clean their body system by keeping fast, by avoiding excessive salt and sugar, meditate, gain a lot of positive energy, gain a lot of self confidence, and increase the self determination power. Fasts are a medium to improve our willpower and self determination, and finally get ready for the challenges of the changed season. Worship Tulsi plant. Hindu religion has best owed Tulsi with the status of mother, also known as sacred or holy basil. Tulsi has been recognized as a religious and spiritual devote in many parts of the world. The Vedic says knew the benefits of Tulsi, and that is why they personified it as a goddess and gave a clear message to the entire community that it needs to be taken care of by the people, literate or illiterate. We try to protect it because it is like Sanjeevani for the mankind. Tulsi has great medicinal properties. It is a remarkable antibiotic. Taking tulsi every day in tea or drink increases immunity and help the drinker prevent diseases, stabilize his or her health condition, balance his or her body system, and most important of all, prolong his or her life. Keeping tulsi plant at home prevents insects and mosquitoes from entering the house. It is said that snakes do not dare to go near a tulsi plant. Maybe that is why ancient people would grow lots of tulsi near their houses. Worship people tree. People tree is almost useless for an ordinary person except for its shadow. People does not have a delicious fruit. Its wood is not strong enough for any purpose. Then why should a common villager or person worship it or even care for it? Our ancestors knew that people is one of the very few trees, or probably the only tree, which produces oxygen even at night. So, in order to save this tree because of its unique property, they related it to a god religion. Start with spicy and with sweet. Our ancestors have stressed on the fact that our meals should be started off with something spicy and sweet dishes should be taken towards the end. The significance of this eating practice is that while spicy things activate the digestive juices and acids and ensure that the digestion process goes on smoothly and efficiently, sweets or carbohydrates pulls down the digestive process. Shikha on male head. Shrut Rishi, the foremost surgeon of Ayurveda, describes the master's sensitive spot on the head as Adhipati Marma, where there is a nexus of all nerves. The Shikha protects this spot. Below in the brain occurs the Brahmarandra, where the Sushman nerve arrives from the lower part of the body. In yoga, Brahmanandra is the highest seventh chakra with the thousand petaled lotus. It is the center of wisdom. The knotted shikha helps boost this center and conserve its subtle energy known as ojas. applying mehendi henna on hands. Besides lending color to the hands, mehendi is a very powerful medicinal herb. Weddings are stressful and often the stresses causes headache and fevers. As the wedding day approaches, the excitement mixed with nervous anticipation can take its toll on the bride and groom. Application of mehendi can prevent too much stress because it cools the body and keeps the nerves from becoming tense. This is the reason why mehendi is applied on the hands and feet, which house nerve ending in the body. Celebration and cleaning during Diwali. Diwali usually falls in October or November, which marks the start of winter season and end of rainy season. Rainy season wasn't a good time for everyone back then. Many homes needed repair and renovation after a heavy fall. That is why time before Diwali was considered the period during which everyone can indulge in cleaning and beautification of their home and also take out their winter clothes and pack the summer ones. Sitting on a floor and eating. This tradition is not just about sitting on floor and eating. It is regarding sitting in the Sukhasana position and then eating. Sukhasana is the position we normally use for yoga asanas. Sitting in this position while eating helps in improving digestion as the circulatory system can focus slowly upon digestion and not on our legs dangling from a chair or supporting us while we are standing. Not to sleep with your head towards north. Myth is that it invites ghost or death, but science says that it is because human body has its own magnetic field, also known as heart's magnetic field, because the flow of blood and earth is a giant magnet. When we sleep with head towards north, our body's magnetic field become completely asymmetrical to the earth's magnetic field. That cause problems related to blood pressure and our heart needs to work harder in order to overcome this asymmetry of magnetic fields. Apart from this, another reason is that our body have significant amount of iron in our blood. When we sleep in this position, iron from the whole body starts to congregate in brain. This can cause headache, Alzheimer's disease, cognitive decline, Parkinson disease, and brain degeneration. Surya Namaskar. Hindus have a tradition of praying regards to sun god early in the morning by their water offering ritual. It was mainly because looking at sun rays through water or directly at that time of the day is good for eyes, and also by walking up to follow this routine we become prone to a morning lifestyle, and mornings are proven to be the most effective part of the day. Ear piercing. Ear piercing. Piercing the ears has a great importance in Indian ethos. Indian physicians and philosophers believe that piercing the ears helps in the development of intellect, power of thinking, and decision making faculties. Talkativeness fritters away life energy. Ear piercing helps in speech resistant. It helps to reduce impertinent behavior and the ear channels become free from disorders. This idea appeals to the Western world as well, and so they are getting their ears raised to wear fancy earrings as a mark of fashion. Application of sindoor or vermilion. It is interesting to note that the application of sindoor by married women carries a psychological significance. This is so because sindoor is prepared by mixing turmeric lime and the metal mercury. Due to its intrinsic properties, mercury, besides controlling blood pressure, also activates sexual drive. This also explains why sindoor is prohibited for the videos. For best results, sindoor should be applied right upon the pituitary gland, where all our feelings are centered. Mercury is also known for removing stress and strain. Touching feet, charan sparsh. Usually, the person of whose feet you are touching is either old or pious. When they accept your respect, which came from your reduced ego and is called your Shraddha, their hearts emit positive thoughts and energy, which is called their kar- Karuna, which reaches you through their hands and toes. In essence, the completed circuit enables flow of energy and increases cosmic energy, switching on a quick connect between two minds and hearts. To an extent, the same is achieved through handshakes and hugs. The nerves that start from our brain spread across of all your body. These nerves or wires end in the fingertips of your hand and feet. When you join the fingertips of your hand to those of their opposite feet, a circuit is immediately formed and the energies of two bodies are connected. Your fingers and palms become the receptor of energy, and the feet of other person become the giver of energy. Fasting. The underlying principle behind fasting is to be found in Ayurveda. These ancient Indian medical systems seek the basic cause of many diseases as the accumulation of toxic materials in the digestive system. Regular cleansing of toxic materials keeps one healthy. By fasting, the digestive organs get rest and all body mechanisms are cleansed and corrected. Since the human body, as explained by Ayurveda, is composed of 80% liquid and 20% solid, like the earth, the gravitational force of the moon affects the fluid contents of the body. It causes emotional imbalances in the body, making some people tense, irritable, and violent. A complete fast is good for health, and the occasional intake of warm lemon juice during the period of fasting prevents the flatulence. Fasting acts as antidote for it lowers the acid content in the body, which helps people to retain their sanity. Research suggests there are major health benefits to caloric restrictions like reduced risk of cancer, cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, immune disorder, etc. Science and Technology presented by Sadhna Sharma, Dr. Smita Sharma and Nupur Trivedi by Shakti Chhattisgarh.